So I'll introduce myself. I am Rachel Campbell. I am one of the admissions counselors for Emory and Henry College. And today I'm just here to kind of moderate. If you have questions and you want to type them into the chat, feel free. But for the most part, today is going to be entirely held by Dylan Johnson. So Dylan, it's all yours.
Awesome. Well, hey everybody. Hope you're doing well. As Rachel said, my name's Dylan. I am a 2015 graduate of Emory and Henry, and so I'm now an area coordinator and the Intramural Sports specialist here. And so today we're going to be going through ways that you, as a student at Emory and Henry, can be involved with a multitude of different organizations that we offer here. I also have with me Jeffrey Herlock, who is a current student here at Emory and Henry, and he is very involved with a lot of the organizations that we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go through a presentation that I've prepared for you all, and afterwards there'll be some times for some Q&A, and Jeffrey will be a really awesome resource during that time because he can really give you the student perspective from all of these organizations. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen, and let me know if you guys can see what I've put up here. So I can't see your faces, so if someone doesn't say anything, I'm going to assume that you can see my screen.
You're all good, Dylan.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to be talking about student involvement today. So an overview for today, we're going to talk about our fraternity and sorority life here on campus, our intramural sports program, the outdoor program, spiritual life opportunities, student activities, and then other student organizations. So we'll start with fraternity and sorority life. So currently we have 14 Greek organizations. These are all local organizations. So the difference between local and national is that a national organization, you can have multiple chapters of one fraternity or sorority on many different campuses. So you see this a lot at some of the bigger institutions where they have different chapters at different universities. But here, all of our Greek life organizations are local, which means that they are unique to Emory and Henry. You will not find another fraternity or sorority like this anywhere else in the country, which is pretty unique. And it's also really great for alumni. As they leave Emory and Henry, they have this connection to this group. So we see a lot of our Greek folks after they graduate make some awesome connections with alumni out in the real world. So we have 7 fraternities and 7 sororities. And so some fun facts that are coming up. We are actually in our centennial year for fraternity and sorority life. So our Greek community started in 1920 with the Dominickers. So it's a pretty awesome year for that. We have some centennial things planned for the fall coming up for those organizations. Currently, we have 200 students involved in the community. 60% of those are women, while 40% are men. And they complete about 2,000 hours of service each semester. So that's a large component of our Greek organizations is service, and they do a lot of it. And the average GPA for these organizations is a 3.01. There are, I guess you could say, parameters for being in a fraternity, sorority, and having a certain GPA. And we see a lot of students end up doing really well in school because they're in this organization, and it's something that motivates them to, make sure that they're doing well academically. And so some ways that these groups get involved with the community. There's several leadership opportunities within chapters. There's the Greek Council Executive Board. There's the Greek Council Judicial Board. There's the Greek Council Committees. And then there's Gamma Sigma Alpha, which is the Greek Academic Honor Society. And so the individual that oversees all of our fraternity and sorority life is Samantha Amos. She is the other area coordinator, and she's the Greek life specialist. Her email is samos@ehc.edu. If you have any, I guess like in the weeds type of questions about fraternity and sorority life, she's the person to go to. She's done just a really, really awesome job with our organizations and helping them grow into where they are now. But just so you know, for incoming students, so that first year, we don't allow first semester students to rush, which means essentially go to different fraternity and sorority events to potentially become a member. But your second semester at Emory and Henry, you'd be able to do some of those activities. So we'll talk about intramural sports. So again, this is my area. This is what I oversee. So currently we have 20 intramural sports opportunities, which rivals many small colleges, not only in the state of Virginia, but really nationally. We're trying to get up to 30. And so we get up to this number based off of student suggestions and recommendations on what they want to see on campus. And so the vision that we have for the program is that we want to be able to provide opportunities for every single student, faculty, and staff member to engage in sport activities that are inclusive, relational, active, safe, and healthy. So intramural sports are really awesome because if you played a sport in high school and maybe you're coming to college and you've never played a sport before, or you're transitioning out of playing a sport from high school, this is a great way to continue doing that. And to do that in a way to where you can learn a new sport and where you can build relationships with people on campus. And so that's really the vision for intramural sports here at Emory and Henry. And we have a really, really awesome program. So some of our most popular sports include things like flag football, basketball, volleyball. We usually have anywhere between 100 to 150 people that come out and participate in those events. But we also added some new sports in the spring. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do some of these because of the COVID-19 situation, but we are planning on doing them in the spring should everything clear up. But we are bringing 3v3 lacrosse, which is like a hybrid of lacrosse. So we have a lot of students that played lacrosse in high school and want to have the opportunity here. So that came from a student suggestion. Spike ball. I don't know if any of you have ever seen spike ball or watched spike ball before. It's pretty awesome sport. You should look it up. But again, that was student interest. And then we're also going to be bringing intramural gaming, which is essentially an esports program within our intramural sports program. And so we're going to be launching that in the fall and giving students the opportunity to engage virtually during this time of social distancing. We use IM Leagues, which is an online platform where you can register for sports, you get your full schedule, and you can put down your game results for all of those. And we have an app as well through IM Leagues that you can have on your phone, so you can stay updated with all news updates and scheduling and things like that. It's really, really helpful. So this past year, we had 287 students involved with the intramural sports program. That was up till March, and so that's about 30% involvement. And this also includes our School of Health Sciences. They're very active within intramural sports as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about our outdoor program. So we have a lot of student life sponsored trips through the outdoor program, and all of these are free. 100% free and available to all students. So it's really, really an awesome opportunity. We live in just a beautiful area here in Southwest Virginia where there are so many things to do outside. And so that's one thing I've always loved about Emory and Henry is that we take advantage of the area that we're in and we go out and we explore it, and it gives us a better appreciation for where we live and this area in particular. So some of those trips are, we do pony hikes in the Grayson Highlands. So we have a big national park at Grayson Highlands, and there's miniature ponies that run around all over the place. It's pretty crazy. You can like feed them apples and stuff. Some of them are a little aggressive, so we try not to get too cuddly with the ponies, but I mean it's still a pretty awesome experience, and they just roam free there, and it's just a big wide open space and really a beautiful area. White water rafting, We have tons of rivers in this region, and we do a lot of whitewater rafting trips. I know last year for some of our staff training, we took some of our staff whitewater rafting, and that was a really awesome experience for them. So those are available as well. The Virginia Creeper Trail is probably not even 10 miles from our campus. It turns right into the Appalachian Trail. And so it's a really just awesome opportunity to go. If you have a bike, it's really super easy terrain for you to ride your bike. And again, just beautiful scenery out there as well. Some other activities through the outdoor program include the indoor bouldering crag. So it's a big, basically big rock wall, and we do different events in there, and it's a lot of fun. We have an 18-hole disc golf course on campus. We have a climbing tower on campus that's huge, and I'd never go near it because I'm afraid of heights, but that's there if you're a thrill seeker. And then the outdoor program also does a lot of co-sponsored events with student activities, which is EAB, Emory Activities Board, and also with Intramural Sports as well. Some more with our outdoor program. So we do have what's called an affinity program through the outdoor program, and that's our adventure team. And so this is an exclusive co-ed mentoring program for adventure sports athletes. Team members hike, water paddle, and rock climb for Emory and Henry. And it's very much like an athletic team in that members establish goals, train, and represent Emory and Henry at competitions and other events. And the entire season is during the fall semester. If you would like more information about the adventure team, there's some contact information down there for Jim Harrison and Alex Burson. Those would be the guys to reach out to in regards to the adventure team. And also for the semester A Trail. So this is a really unique, a very unique opportunity that Emory and Henry provides. It's the only school in the United States to offer this type of program. But it is a program that integrates academic courses into an attempt to through hike the entire Appalachian Trail, which is 2,000 miles. It's over the course of a semester. So it's actually sorry, I got the phone ringing over here. It's a really, really cool program. And I've known individuals that have done this and have said it was just a life-changing opportunity experience. So again, for more information on that, contact Jim Harrison and Alex Verson. They're over the outdoor program. Talk about spiritual life. So we have many different organizations within spiritual life. We have Fellowship of Christian Athletes. That includes a weekly large group meeting for prayer, devotions, and support. It also provides a worship service featuring students, faculty, and staff speakers, as well as musicians. We have men's and women's Bible studies, and those are held amongst a variety of different groups on campus. Those are held by athletic teams. Those are held by certain organizations. And so typically word about that gets out through word of mouth and advertisement. So if you belong to a certain organization, they'll probably have more information on that if they have like a particular Bible study time. Campus Christian Fellowship, that is an event that takes place every week. That includes weekly dinner and devotions. So it's just really an opportunity for folks to build relationships and have those connections with folks that, that practice the Christian faith. And then we have the Interfaith Student Union, which is an organization that strives to make the issues of religious equality in the world known to the student body of the college. It sponsors interfaith prayer services, lyceums on campus, different events such as campfires, and the annual Passover Seder. And so it also strives to diversify the religious interactions of the average student at Emory and Henry and to promote interreligious understanding and acceptance. With this too, we also have an interfaith prayer room. So we understand that folks come from a variety of different backgrounds. And so we have created a room within the basement of the chapel that students can go and they can just have a time of meditation, of prayer, reading, quiet discussion. It's really decked out. It's got some awesome rugs and pillows that you can lay down on, some religious symbols, texts, chairs, and aromatherapy. If you're into essential oils, that's the setup for you right there. So lots of opportunities for you within spiritual life as well. And now I'm going to talk about student activities. So I mentioned this earlier, but student activities, it's the Emory Activities Board, or better known as EAB. And so this is a student-run organization that hosts admission-free events. So again, all of these events are free for students to participate in while they're here at Emory and Henry. And it encourages campus community. It strives to bring students together and to enhance student involvement to create a campus atmosphere that addresses a student's need outside of the classroom. So this past spring, a total of 25 events were held, and this is an all-time high. These events can range from anything to laser tag to outdoor movies. We go to midnight premieres. We have gaming tournaments. We have comedians that come in. I think we had a psychic team come in one time. It's just a wide variety of different opportunities for you to get engaged on campus. And a lot of these events happen on weekends so that you can stay engaged over the weekend as well. And so EAB strives to have increased membership, participation, and enjoyment throughout all of their programs and within organizations. And there's going to be some virtual events that are going to take shape for the fall of 2020. So I know EAB has been working really hard on that this summer. And so finally, I want to talk about student organizations in particular, because there's a lot of ways for you to be involved, even outside of everything that I've just talked about. So we have approximately 70 and counting organizations and clubs to join on campus. I say and counting because really new organizations pop up every single year based off of student interest. And all of these clubs are formed through our Student Government Association. So if you have an interest in a club and you've got a group of people that would like to start a club or an organization, you would go through our Student Government Association to essentially be funded and also recognized as a club or organization on campus. This is a very easy process. There's little barriers to really being able to create an organization on campus. So I just wanted to put a few examples just so you could see the wide variety of different groups that we have. So we have Alpha Phi Omega, and this assembles men and women in the fellowship of the Scouts Oath to develop leadership, promote friendship, and provide service to the community. We have the Blue and Gold Society, which is a student organization that consists of tour guides who leads prospective students. So if you've already been to campus, you've probably had folks from Blue and Gold Society walk you around. We have the Emory Climate Collaborative, and that represents a collaborative effort to protect our planet's health with a focus on our climate. We have the Sports Management Club, which started when I was here. It's helpful for folks who are going into physical education, sport management, or teacher prep. Strength and Conditioning Club, it provides students with the opportunity to become educated in fields dealing with strength and conditioning. And then we have the student affiliate of the American Chemical Society. That's a super long name, I know, but it provides students interested in sciences with opportunities to become involved in the scientific community. So I just mentioned those just so you could see the wide variety of different organizations and interests that our students have here on campus, and just the opportunities that you will have to be able to get involved as well. So that is the presentation there for all of our kind of areas of student involvement. So I just kind of want to open the field now for any questions that you may have about maybe any of these organizations or ways that you can get involved. I know that was a lot of information, probably drinking from a fire hose, but I'll take any, or what's it called? Fire hydrant is what I meant to say. But yeah, so I'll take any questions that folks have.
You can feel free to unmute yourself to ask a question verbally, or feel free to type into the chat, either one.
Maybe I'll start and ask Jeff a question because Jeff is super involved. Jeff, can you talk about some of the organizations that you're involved in, and I guess maybe how you got interested in being a part of those organizations?
Of course, of course. The big one I'm a part of is Housing and Residence Life. So I'm an RA. So what made me want to do that is my RA, my freshman year, was Cass Dumas. She had all these little events going on, and I just really enjoyed hanging out at those events, meeting people, and how she always was able to have some connection with me, my roommate, and the people in my hall. So we all had a good time and had a great experience our freshman year. And so I wanted to do something like that and make sure other people had a great experience like I had. So I applied and got the position. So I'm going on my second year for doing that. And something else I'm involved in is the Blue and Gold Society, like Dylan touched on. So I am actually the treasurer for that society. So um, if you have any question about that, let me know. Another one is the Intramural Sports Board with Dylan. We started that this year, so I'm excited to get that running. I'm in Greek life. I'm in Theta Chi Epsilon. I play soccer on campus. I don't know. There's a bunch. Anything else, Dylan?
What we tend to see is a lot of students like Jeff. We have to tell students to slow down a little bit with their involvement. So it's hardly ever an issue for folks to not have opportunities to get involved. It's a question of how much are you involved in, and so I think Jeff is a pretty good example of that. But he's been able to manage it really well. So I'm super proud of how he's managed that.
Intramural music programs?
That's an
Uh,
interesting question.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think there's any intramural music programs on campus, but there is a bunch of people that I'm aware of that all get together and play together or sing together, whatever you're interested in. So it's not really through intramurals, but there is groups on campus who do that type of stuff.
And that's interesting, Danny. I'd like to hear more of your thoughts on that because I take it as intramural sports, so you look at kind of sporting events. But I think it'd be interesting to have maybe some type of music competition or something like that on campus. I don't know that we've had something like that before, but you've kind of got my wheels turning for an idea. So that's great. You're already getting started, Danny. That's awesome. Any other questions? There's no bad questions at all.
Rachel, do you have a question for us?
You actually covered pretty much everything that I was going to ask you about. It was
Oh, okay.
very thorough, very in depth.
Awesome.
Because one of
Well,
the things I was going to ask about was getting clubs started, and you rolled right through that and went over
yeah,
all of it. So,
absolutely. Well, I can speak. It's an interesting perspective I have now as a professional here at Emory and Henry because I also understand what it means to be a student here at Emory and Henry. And I can just say that because of my involvement in, I was in intramural sports, I was in student government, I was an RA, I was in a society called Blue Key when I was a student here. And so those connections for me really meant a lot when I, left Emory and Henry. And, one of them even turned into the job that I have now. And so really, not to beat on my own chest at all, but I'm living proof of how those connections can really help you when you leave Emory and Henry after your 4 years here. And it turned out that the opportunity was here, back at home for me, which is really awesome. So this involvement is not only going to be something that is really beneficial to you as a student. There's so many studies involved with people's mental, emotional health that are involved with organizations on campus because they belong to a community, they belong to a family on campus that is something that is really meaningful to them. But it's also that's something that can help you professionally in the real world as well. So I would encourage each of you to find something to be involved in. And if there isn't something that you're interested in, then start it. And You know, we have, when I was a student here, I went to school with a guy named Max Palmer, and he was really interested in rugby. Well, rugby is now our top, you know, club sport affinity program here on campus. It's just pretty cool to kind of see the evolution of all of that, you know, taking shape. So if it's not here, start it, and it'll be really beneficial to you. So.
All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I want to go ahead and say thank you to Jeffrey and Dylan for your time today and for going through all of that information for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And too, if you need to contact me, I just wanted to make sure that you had my email address. It's dkjohnson@ehc.edu. And I'm available at any time to chat or to talk through things if you're interested in any of this information. So,
All right. Thank you both. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day.
You
all right.
too.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.